Hello everyone, in this video we will talk about Drupal terminology. So before starting your Drupal development journey, it is very important that you understand the basics of Drupal, and you need to first understand the terms that are commonly used in Drupal, because in this particular video series we'll be using these terms a lot, and it is very important that you understand the purpose and what is these things that are written on the screen and how they are actually used in Drupal. So starting with content type. Content type is nothing but a type of content. You have a website where you can have a blog or you can have a simple page. You can also have events. So everything in Drupal when it comes to creating a page or different type of pages is nothing but a content type, and these content types can behave differently. For example, when you create a new blog, you may need to enter, let us say, your blog title, description, and maybe images. But when you enter or when you create a new event on your website, you will be required to also enter your event start date and event end date. So these different fields can be configured based on different content types, and the way these content types are displayed can also be configured in Drupal differently. Moving on to nodes. Nodes are nothing but pages that you will create after you create a specific type of content using these content types. For example, when you create a new blog, which is a content type, it will actually create a node. When you create a new event, it will also create a node. So node is a generic term or a generic word that is used in Drupal for a page. Then we all know what a menu is. Menu is nothing but a place where you can find all the links, all the important links that will take you to different sections. You can have multiple menus in Drupal. You can have the main navigation menu that you commonly see on top of your website, but you can have a menu on the right hand side, or you can have a menu in the footer section, and you can have multiple menus in your Drupal website. A block is nothing but a small region where you can display some static or some dynamic content. For example, imagine when you open a website. On that particular website, I'm sure on the left hand side or maybe on the right hand side, you must have seen a list of latest news or latest upcoming events. So that particular small piece of region is nothing but a block, and these blocks can be configured. The new blocks can be added to your Drupal sites, and it is up to you how you want to display them on your Drupal website. Taxonomy is a way to create categories on your Drupal website. For example, when you are working on a site with a lot of content, it makes sense that you create different categories for managing your content more effectively, and these categories are linked to your actual node or your pages or maybe different type of content types that you are creating on your Drupal website. And workflow is also something very important, because usually in Drupal, when you create a new page or a blog, you have the option to directly publish it, or you can leave it as unpublished, something like a draft. But you can also create your own workflow where you can probably send this particular page or a blog for approval. So that can also be done with the help of some modules maybe in Drupal, but this can also be done out of the box. You can actually create some sort of a mechanism in your content type where you can actually create a custom field that can signify your status of your page, whether this particular page is published or not published, or maybe you want someone to review it. There are also some dedicated modules that will also help you to build a workflow. Users is of course straightforward. You have multiple users that can log into your Drupal website, and what they can do is define with the help of permissions that can be configured based on the roles. So roles are nothing but you can say it is like a group of users. So when you create a new user in your Drupal website, you would add them to a role like administrator, or maybe you can create more roles like moderator or editor. And what these roles can do, or what these users in those roles can do, is actually defined in your permissions. And finally, you have modules, which is nothing but a plugin that you can install on your Drupal website that will bring in more features. And you have themes that will actually help you to change the look and feel and appearance of your Drupal website. So these terminologies are very important, and it is crucial that you know these terms, and you also know the purpose of these various Drupal terms in case you want to learn Drupal, and in case you are starting your Drupal journey. So I hope this video was useful. Thank you very much.